as this weekend. Joining me now is Democratic Congressman Ted Lieu, and he serves on the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much. You expect to see the full Mueller report or any or all the information that was used to craft the report?
Yeah. Thank you, Don, for your question. Let me first say that Americans should be proud of this day. Despite numerous attempts by Donald Trump to stop this investigation, Robert Mueller and his team were able to complete it. The fact that Mueller and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein kept their jobs, I think, shows the vitality and strength of our institutions and our democracy. And now it's time for the American people and Congress to get the full report. I look forward to getting the summary from Bill Barr, but that's not sufficient. We need to get the entire report.
Will you be calling on Mueller to testify in front of the Judiciary Committee?
I hope we don't have to resort to doing that. I expect to get the entire report. And there's two reasons for this. First, the American taxpayers paid for it. They have a right to see what the contents of the report are. And second, the Department of Justice has taken the position that they will not indict a sitting president. So if there's information in here that shows that they would have indicted Donald Trump, then Congress is really the only institution now that could hold him accountable. So we need to get the full information. Now, the report could also completely exonerate Donald Trump. We don't actually know what's in this report, and we need to see all of it.
Yeah, interesting you said that, because a senior DOJ official tells CNN that there are no more indictments coming from the special counsel's office. If there are no indictments of conspiracy or indications there of conspiracy between the Trump campaign and Russia, does that mean, as the president says, no collusion?
So we do know that Paul Manafort, George Papadopoulos attempted to collude with Russia. Whether or not Donald Trump knew that, I have no idea. And it's certainly possible he did not. We also know special counsel has referred criminal matters to other jurisdictions, Washington, D.C., as well as the Southern District of New York. So, for example, if there's any campaign finance violations, that may be coming out of another office. But we have to see the entire report to know exactly what Mueller did.
Interesting. So Mueller's investigation sought to identify crimes which could be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. So how does that threshold differ with the ongoing congressional investigations?
That's a great point, a great question. So Special Counsel Mueller is a prosecutor. I'm a former prosecutor, and the burden is pretty high. We have to have evidence that can convince a jury beyond a reasonable doubt, and that's when you would indict someone. And primarily, Mueller was interested in matters related to Russia. Congressional oversight committees, Judiciary, Intel, Financial Services, and Foreign Affairs, and others, were interested in knowing, did Donald Trump, his family, or his associates commit any crime? Second, did they engage in any ethical misconduct, whether or not it rose to the level of a crime? And third, how do we explain all of this to the American people? So these investigations are going to continue. It will be informed by the special counsel's report, which is why we need to see all of it.
Well, how are you going to, okay, so the whole ethical part is different because, you know, they're saying they won't release anybody's name who's not charged with a crime or is not indicted, so, or information on those people or that person. So how will you ever figure that out?
So internal Department of Justice guidelines don't apply to Congress. And my view is, under the separation of powers, because this is a matter of intense national interest, the American people in Congress absolutely have a right to an entire report. If there's classified portions, then Congress can see it and the rest can be redacted before releasing it to the people. But there is no reason that the American people in Congress can't see the entire report.
Okay, let's talk. You talked a little bit about the mandate. You said, you know, what he was charged with, matters relating to Russia. He's mandated to investigate coordination between the Trump campaign and Russia. We also know that the special counsel was investigating possible obstruction of justice by the president. Mueller never interviewed the president in person. Do you believe there can be a complete investigation without that?
I wish Donald Trump had the courage to testify before the prosecutors for Robert Mueller's team, but there's no legal requirement for him to do that. There are numerous investigations all the time where the target of the investigation chooses not to testify or choose to go to an interview, and that's perfectly within their right to do so, and they will still do the investigation and still either indict or not indict with or without that information.
Congressman Ted Lieu, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Don.